He's from New York. He actually has his own AFFL team. I saw them. I got the pleasure of actually watching them play in New York, and we want to bring him on because he's very knowledgeable about the women's game and the rules. So we would like to know, his opinion and how things played out when it comes to WFFN. So, hello, Coach Duece.
Welcome, Coach Duece.
Yeah, Duece. Thank you for having me on. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, but yeah. So it's the first.
Right into our first.
Can you hear me?
Go ahead. We can hear you.
Yes. What I was saying is, it's the first year and the last year. Because Norman just got on camera the other day and told the world that it's no more WFFN for next year at all.
Oh. Okay. Now, do you think that is because, and let's just be honest about it, I saw a list that you posted and I thought, wow. But then I saw how many women who are part of that league that liked that list, that agreed with the list. So I definitely want to talk about the list and what's on it. But just a blatant question from what you just said, do you think that this person went on and said there's not going to be a league for next season and this season was the first and the last season because they just want to end it, or because of the product that they produce, they're not going to have a season because people are not going to jump on board again?
You know what it is? He thought that these girls wasn't going to ask for a cash prize. He thought he could make 30,000, 40,000 profit every season without giving out a cash prize. Like, come on. Of course, we expect him to make some type of profit. You know what I'm saying? But if teams is paying $5,750 to join, it have to be a cash prize. It have to be a cash prize. It be leagues. It's leagues out here that you pay $1,000 and they're giving away a cash prize. But $5,750 with no cash prize. You know what I don't like about him? He didn't come through with his word. He promised T-shirts. Wasn't no T-shirt, championship T-shirts. He promised uniforms. It wasn't no uniforms. He promised professional refs that would know the rules. They didn't know the rules. He promised fields that it would be like 5 stars level. He ain't come through with that. To me, he scammed the whole tournament just to make quick money real quick.
Wow. So each team paid
$5,000. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, $5,750 to join. And not, on top of that, they gotta pay their own flights. They gotta pay for their own rooms. They gotta pay for their own food. Then they gotta rent a car. They pay for their own gas. All that for no cash prize. My team next month, if we get selected, we will have a chance to play for $200,000. You know what I'm saying? The AFL is dope. I don't understand why people would not join that, but join the WFFN. And it's the same rules, too. Both leagues are the same rules, but one league is a scam and another league is not.
Ooh, that's a strong word. Okay. That's how you feel. All right. As a man, though.
No, it's the truth. Yeah.
As a man, when I look at the women's league and how we are women, we are new, potentially, right? Essentially, to football. And even when I thought about the Atlanta Women's League, right?
Yes.
We don't have one female coach. We have one female owner. That's Coach Donnie of the Atlanta Storm. But we don't have one female coach in our league. And then when I think about the tournaments and things that are going on around the country, it's usually ran by a lot of men. In this case, this particular organization was also ran by a man. What are your thoughts on that? Because sometimes I think about, you know what? When I think about 8-man, I think, a man would never try men like this. Do you think that they're doing it because it's women? Like,
no, see, I'm not a sexist, so I don't I don't think it got to do nothing with men and women. Women's flag football needs somebody that's going to be honest. It doesn't matter if it's going to be a woman or it's going to be a man, because both sessions could be not honest. You know what I'm saying? And dishonest. You know, so they need somebody that's going to be 100% honest with them, and don't promise nothing that you cannot give. All year, Norman was telling these ladies, yeah, it's going to be a cash prize. It's going to be a cash prize. But he's not telling what's the cash prize. How much is it? 10,000? Is it 20,000? And every week he has an excuse. I was telling people out there, what by the end of the year, he won't have no money. And look at what happened. The champions, not only they didn't have money, they didn't even have no championship t-shirt or even trophies. They got rings, but them rings is fake. Man, them rings is like $20, $15. Come on. That shit gonna make your hand turn green soon.
Okay.
So do you think the idea of the league was, do you think that it was a good idea, or do you feel like it's something that never should have happened, or like what do you think would be the solution, in the future? Because I have seen a lot of people say it was great competition in the league, but again, there was just no cash prize and a lot of empty promises. So do you think that this is something that could potentially in the future?
It depends who take over, It all depends who take over. And he was trying to make extra money on film too, try to sell people highlights. I don't understand that. And he was stopping people from going live because he wanted to sell his videos, That's crazy to me, When your family is at the game, but they cannot go live, He was really stopping people from going live. And
right.
With your question, though, like I said, you got to be somebody honest. I'll tell you this. If you gave me $5,750, it would be a cash prize. It would be uniforms. It would be dope fills, But I don't think, you know what it is? Norman is probably a nice man, right? Let's say he's a nice man, right? Because a lot of people tell me he's a nice man. But being a nice man and running a business is two different things. Definitely a flag business, It's two totally different things. Just because you're a nice man doesn't mean you know what you're doing when it comes to running a tournament, or flag football.
Wow. So I heard that we learned allegedly that 3 teams backed out of the finals because initially the finals were supposed to be in Key. You can confirm this. Originally the finals were supposed to be in Puerto Rico. And then they got changed suddenly to California. And then 3 weeks before the championship, they were changed to New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
Is that valid?
See? Yes, you're right. You know why? Because, like, a guy from Norman, right? To run a business like this, I believe you need your own money before you grab the team's money. And you cannot run a tournament like this unless you have sponsors. If you have no sponsors, it's too hard to run a tournament like this, Because the sponsors are going to help you with the fills and probably pay for the reps and all that. Then you know what I'm saying? Then it's easy to give out cash prize, Right. But Norman was trying to grab the players' money and invest of the players' money, which I don't think is a good idea. Because you're going to end up with nothing doing that,
Right.
All that Puerto Rico and California, that was a lie so people could join,
Wow. So just to kind of recap so we can wrap this up. So you're saying all of these teams, approximately how many teams do you think joined this league?
It's supposed to be 12, but three dropped out in the beginning. So he was trying to get $69,000 right off the back, if you calculate it. He was trying to get $69,000.
12 teams, over $5,000 each team. They were promised uniforms, championship T-shirts, good quality fields, quality referees, and you're saying none of this came to fruition. They got fake rings, and basically the league and the women in flag football definitely needs to stand up against things like this. In your words, scams, so that this will not happen again to us and women in the flag football world, period.
Yeah, there's a fact. 1,000% fact. Straight scam.
Wow.
And that's why he quit. That's why he quit, because he know finesse, he can't do nothing about it. But if you look at his interview, he got 1,000 excuses. He said that all the sponsors that promised him that was coming never came through. Like, I don't understand that. You cannot tell nobody you got sponsors when you don't. Because if you got sponsors, it got to be some type of paperwork. Going on.
No, I understand.
So yeah, he lied. He scammed.
Thank you so much for being blatant and organic and coming on to I want to say stand up for women in flag football. Because
no doubt.
thank you so much.